your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you 12 companies that will hire you to work from home as a medical biller and coder. Now, I am not a certified medical biller and coder, and I've never even gone down the path of working in healthcare. However, this is a hot, in-demand career. And in fact, I remember last year before I had my son, I was at the doctor. They gave me this huge stack of like pamphlets and magazines and stuff. And when I was going through it at home, in there was like a little note card size thing. It was like an advertisement for a company that trains and hires medical billers and coders. And they were saying it's a great career for work at home moms. And after I was researching further into it, I saw that there are a ton of work from home medical billing and coding positions. Now, this is something that you have to get certified in. And so I found a lot of online universities that have training programs where you could actually be, up and running as a certified medical biller and coder within months. And you can get paid really, really well. And not just that, but it's the fact that pretty much every healthcare company hires for this position. And there are a ton of healthcare companies out there. So I just knew I had to make this video because I want you guys to have information that's not just a job, but a career that you can grow in and that can help you like make real money to support your family. So that's why I'm going to share with you 12 companies. I'll even get into the position, the pay, the requirements, all of that. And these are companies that will hire you to be a certified medical biller and coder. So before we get into all of that, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. If you feel like this is going to be a great video already, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps me in the algorithm. Thank you in advance. And that way you can stay locked in for all of the week daily content I share on this channel. All we talk about are remote jobs and information. This really is the place to be. So once you take care of that business, we will be ready to jump in. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share with you guys 12 companies that will hire you to work from home as a certified medical biller and coder. And these are not the only 12 companies by a long shot. There are an infinite number of healthcare organizations and non-healthcare organizations that hire medical billers and coders. And I'm going to give you even more resources after these 12 companies. But first, I didn't want to waste a good opportunity for a visual aid. I know there's probably a lot of questions about medical billing and coding, and I will be the first to tell you that there's a whole lot more information than what I have here. But I wanted to give you guys some quick facts and things to know about certified medical billing and coding, because I understand that there's, probably folks who are looking to get into this watching, along with folks who are already certified. Now, when I did my Google research, I saw that the majority of certified billers and coders have their associate's degree. Now, some job leads that I've seen mention having a bachelor's, but an associate's typically is mentioned. And if you are already certified, feel free to chime in the comment section below with what your education background is and the route that you took, just to help out the folks who are looking at this as their next career move. Now, I also saw that the majority of remote opportunities mentioned 2 to 3 years experience as that target amount of experience that they're looking for. Now, I will also share today leads that don't have that 2 to 3 year requirement. They require maybe 1, and even a way you can bridge the gap to having that experience if you don't have any. So I'll give you leads for that. And then I'll also provide some that require 8 to 10 years of experience, just so you guys can see the variety of certified medical billing and coding roles available online. So it's not just entry level or no experience. You can do this from home, being an OG in the field. And then for coding certifications, you'll see AAPC or AHIMA. You'll also see CPC, CCSP, RHIA, and RHIT. And oftentimes those are the required required certifications you'll need. I know I threw out a lot of acronyms. AAPC stands for the American Association of Professional Coders. This is the most popular credential. And then CPC stands for Certified Professional Coder. So those are two of the most popular credentials you'll see required on remote job leads. And then AHIMA stands for the American Health Information Association, and CCS stands for Certified Coding Specialist. So you'll also see those terms on remote job leads. And you'll need formal training, and the minimum program takes about 6 months. I've seen some online mention it could be done a little sooner. I don't know the credibility of any of these places because I just did a Google search to get y'all these facts and info. But that's why, if you are a certified coder, please, feel free to chime in the comment section, because I'm just, doing Google, but it's always best to hear it directly from someone who does this for real. And on average, the entry income is about $42,000 per year. But what's amazing about this is because you have a certification and you're in a career that is in demand, okay? This is a hot, in-demand career that really has long-standing ability because you're always going to need this role, okay? Being a certified medical biller and coder starts off around the 42,000 mark, but you can go up into the 6 figures as you get more experience, as you get more responsibility in the managerial roles. If you go into the education side of it, you can certainly be looking at $70,000 to $100,000 per year, and that is not a stretch. So you can make some real deal money from your home without a whole lot of time invested into getting up and running. So this is a career field, and this is something that you could definitely think about doing long term. Now, when it comes to who hires medical billers and coders, just about everyone involved in healthcare. Now, some places that you might not have thought about: insurance organizations, law firms, the education field, so universities, and then the government, okay, in addition to hospitals and doctors' offices. So you have a lot of autonomy with who you go and work for. And then when it comes to looking for these opportunities beyond the companies that I will share with you guys today, think about the not so common places. So I think a lot of folks think about, the big dogs like, oh, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana. I'll show you how to find medical billing and coding jobs on their websites. But also think about your regional facilities. Within a mile of where I live, there are a ton of medical and doctors' offices, orthopedics and sports medicine facilities. Think about those that are local to you and check out their website. Also, think about your community hospital. And I'll give you guys examples of both of these because chances are your local hospital is connected to a larger network that you didn't even think about. And those can be gold mines for opportunities that people don't even check out. So, you want to try and level the playing field, and, the big dogs, the big companies, those are great to apply to as well. But there are a lot of companies, okay, a lot of healthcare companies that you have not even heard of, and they have opportunities that you can do from home. So I wanted to give you guys my visual aid, give you guys some information. All right, all you guys who are certified, go to work in those comments and tell us about what you know. I'd love to hear it. But now let's get into these online opportunities. Okay, so the first company that I'm going to share with you guys is a company called Aurora Health. And I have shared them on my channel before. They do offer some coding opportunities. So I will leave all the direct links to their careers pages in the description box below. And when you get to their careers page, I just hit search and leave it blank. And then from there, I filter it by hitting remote. And then they only have 38 results right now, so I won't bother typing in any keywords. You can scroll through and see what they have, and they have a couple of positions that I will point to. One of them is this physician coding quality specialist role, and then they also have an inpatient role that I saw. So let's just scroll through and see what else they have. And of course, these careers pages are updated all the time. So you might not see something right now in this video, but if you were to check it out at the time you're watching, you might see something you want to, check out. So let's go into the physician coding quality specialist role. And then I have another one up So this is the physician coding AR specialist position. Now, I'm not going to get into the salaries just so this video is not incredibly long, but Glassdoor is a great place to go to. And I can actually demonstrate it right now. Now, if you want to know how much do these jobs pay, which I think is something everyone wants to know, you can go to Glassdoor and you can type in the company's name, Advocate Aurora Health. And from there, you'll be taken to their Glassdoor account. And, you know, this is a huge company, 10,000 plus employees. And you would just go to their salaries. Sometimes it's not so easy checking their salaries from Glassdoor search, but let's see if we can pop it in and if anything comes up. All right, so about 47,000 for their coding specialist role. Could be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that's what Glassdoor told us. So you can do that for every single company. And so for the eligibility requirements, you do need to have advanced training beyond your high school diploma, and you need to have taken an approved and accredited program in professional medical coding. And it says typically requires 5 years of professional coding and at least 3 years of payer background experience in physician revenue cycle processes. So that's this opportunity. Let's check out another one that I opened from Advocate Aurora. They have a supervisor hospital coding outpatient specialties role. This is also remote US wide and it's full time. If we scroll down here to the requirements, they show that you need to have at least an associate's in healthcare information management or a related field. Typically requires 3 years of experience. And then they talk about the certifications that you need, which look familiar because we just talked about a lot of these. So that's Advocate Aurora Health. I'll put these two links in the description box below. Let's move on to the next company. Okay, so the next company that I have, number 2 on this list, is a company called Christus Health. Now, this is probably one you've never heard of. This would kind of fall into the category of like regional, statewide type organization. And if you're not near one of these places, you've probably never heard of them. And they are based out of San Antonio, I believe. So if we want to check out their careers, we're already on their careers page. I'm just going to hit search jobs up here. And then from there, I want to find out what do they have available. So let's see, let's type in remote. Okay, so we typed in remote. They have a specialty coder, senior, outpatient coder. That's also remote, inpatient coder. They have another one here and it looks like they have multiple offices. Let's just open up one of these and let's take a look at it. Okay, so I'm looking at their inpatient coder remote position, and this is available in the following states: Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, New Mexico, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Georgia. So giving you guys just a tip within all of the tips that I'm giving you, when you're looking at regional healthcare facilities, sometimes they only hire within that state. And then sometimes like this company, they hire in multiple states. So you can really find some awesome opportunities, but it does take some digging. Now, the requirements, it says 3 years of IP coding experience. Okay. And then they give us our certifications, and an associate's or a bachelor's will suffice. And this is full time. So because they have several coding opportunities, I'm going to leave the link to their careers page, and then, you know, just type in remote and you'll be able to see all of them like I did. And you can rewind it and follow my exact steps to get to this page if you are interested in some of these other ones. Let's move on to company number 3. The third company on this list is a company called TMC Healthcare. This is another one of those regional, local healthcare facilities that you probably have never heard of. I've never heard of them, but if you are in, I believe, Tucson, is this based in Arizona? I want to say yes, then you've heard of them. But I'm in Georgia. I haven't heard of them. But I did find that they have some careers in medical billing and coding. So if you go to careers, okay, exit out of this, we want to see their open opportunities. We'll hit view all jobs, and they have 356 jobs open. So I want to narrow this down to just what is remote, and then from there we can whittle it down. And they showed us just the 2 remote jobs, which are actually coding positions. So let's actually go into this first one. Let's go into both of them. Why not? Since there's only 2, but let's take a look. So for their HIM Coder 2 position, full-time day shift, let's see, is there any location they mention? This looks like it might be just for Arizona. A lot of times if the company is based in, a city within a state, they're good for the state. The department is fully remote and hires out-of-state employees. Oh, okay. So it says out-of-state employees, but they don't tell us which ones. So that's a really important thing. Like, you don't want to waste your time applying to jobs you don't qualify for because they don't hire in your location. But they do say the department is fully remote and hires out-of-state employees. They just don't tell us where those out-of-state employees are. So maybe US-wide. Let's hope. And they have some awesome benefits they mentioned. As far as education goes, you need to have your associate or tech school, and then health information management is preferred for that area of learning. And then they want you to have 3 years of acute care hospital coding experience. So remember, we're going to see 2 to 3 years a lot, but don't worry, I'm going to give you guys some options that are below the 2 to 3 years and above that. So that's that first role. Let's see the other one from TMC Health. Okay, their professional coder position, full-time. Okay, out-of-state applicants welcome. So let's just call it US-wide. Why not? They don't tell us. And then education, high school diploma, okay, or GED equivalent. And then 1 year of related professional record coding experience preferred. Okay, so for this one, it looks like you don't necessarily have to have 1 year of experience, but they prefer it. So this could be like your foot and door role. Okay, this could be, your foot and door role, because they say will consider exceptional new graduate candidates with CPC certification. So yes, okay, this is your foot and door role. All right, I'm definitely putting the link to this one in the description box below. And this is how you're going to get that 2 to 3 years of experience. Okay, let's move on to company number 4. Okay, so I am driving home this local regional healthcare facility point. All right, this is a company called Western Missouri Medical Center. I am not out of Missouri, okay? So I have never heard of them, but let's check out their careers and see what they have for us. So if you're going directly from their homepage, you just click on careers, and then let's see, open positions is where we want to click. And so from there, let's see, how many roles do they have? Can we just scroll through this? Okay, they have quite a few roles. Let's see if we can do a keyword search for remote. All right, so they have a remote position. It's for a biller, and this is one of those roles that are only available statewide. So I was just talking about that. Some are available in multiple states, some US-wide, some just the state. And this one is available only to Missouri. But, when I was showing you guys my visual aid, I was talking about, your local hospital could lead you to some opportunities that you may not have come across. This is a local medical center, a local hospital in Missouri. And if you were someone out of Missouri, this would be a great role for you. Now, it says 1 year of medical billing experience required. So not a lot of experience you have to have here. And then high school diploma. It's full-time. Let's see what else they have. So not a lot of requirements. Okay, check this one out. All right, so I know this won't work for anyone outside of Missouri, but I'll also leave the link to this lead in the description box. So let's go on to the 5th company. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but I want to give y'all as much as I can. But number 5 is a company called Ideal Option. So let's check out their open positions. Now they have, let's see, can we scroll through relocations? Okay, we can select what looks like remote. They also have remote work from home. So I wonder if that'll give us 2 different things. So they have a medical coder position. This one was posted on 9/26. Let's just take a peek inside and see what they require. It says a minimum of 1 year experience, and then you need your AAPC credential, CPC or CPCA. Okay, so not too bad. And this one pays 16 to 18 per hour. It's full time. Let's check out what else they have. There was another remote term. Let's see if that gives us something different. remote, and they have a biller prior authorization position, a patient financial advocate role, insurance verification. Let's just check out one of these. Let's check out the billing prior authorization role. Let's see what that requires. Okay, so that one doesn't require you to have any certifications, but you do need to have a minimum of 1 year with physician billing. And this one also pays 16 to 18, and you can see the states that it's available in. So that's awesome. You don't have to have any sort of certification for this one, but we do know that this company does hire coding roles, and you can just go to their locations area. And they also have another one, work from home. Well, let me clear this out. Or let's select work from home flexible, unspecified. Oh, okay. They have another one here. So yeah, you'll just want to go through this company's locations and see what they have. They have their work from home roles under unspecified, all the work from home ones remote. They also have Washington. Okay, so that's just for Washington, but you can see they have some different options here. So I will leave the link to this page for ideal option in the description box. So let's move on to number 6. All right, so company number 6 is a company called Matrix Medical Network. And let's check out what they have available. If you click that button there, let's type in remote just to see what they give us, and we can see they have a medical coder position. Let's see what else they may have before we click on that. So customer service, call center, another medical coder, PRN. Okay, so they have some opportunities here. Let's just go to that first one, the medical coder role, and check that out. Now, this is a full-time opportunity, and let's see, what requirements do they want us to have? So they want you to have high school diploma, certified medical coder with high degree of competence in this area with 2 years experience. And then they talk about ICD-10, CPT, all our acronyms are there. Okay, so let's see where it tells us where you have to live. Let's go back to that page. Okay, so this is based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. So they don't mention where you have to live, but because I look at these leads all the time, I would be willing to say that you need to live in Arizona to be eligible for this role. That's just what I think you would need to do, since they don't mention anything else, and they don't mention like this is available out of state. So this would be an example of another opportunity that would just be available within a, certain territory or state. But, if you are in Arizona, definitely check out Matrix Medical. Number 7 on this list is a company called Beacon Ortho. They are in sports medicine. Check out some of the regional sports medicine facilities around you, because you can find a lot of opportunities. So let's go to their careers area and see what they have. Okay, so let's just scroll down here. And do they have anything remote? Sometimes I just do a little Command F search and see what comes up. Okay, so credentialing coordinator, clinical or clinic coder. So this is their coding position and is remote. So let's check this one out. So this one, all right. This company is located in 20 locations, but where can you be eligible to do this? Full time. It's based out of their Sharonville location. So possibly it's only available to wherever Sharonville is located. The responsibilities say that it requires you to have a high school diploma, CPC is preferred, and then previous coding experience is required. Okay. Not too bad. I'm curious as to where you could do this. Okay, that's Ohio. So that's out of Ohio. So it looks like as long as you live in Ohio, maybe even Kentucky, okay? Because you can get to Kentucky really fast from certain places in Ohio. And then Indiana, possibly those 3 states are eligible for this role. But definitely Ohio, since this is out of their Sharonville, Ohio location. So that's Beacon. And, this is just another example of checking your regional sports medicine facilities. All right, so company number 8 is a company called Privia Health. I've shared this company multiple times on my channel, and I see coding opportunities all the time. by the way. But this company offers opportunities US wide. So if you are interested, you would just want to toggle employees can work remotely, and that will just show you all the remote opportunities. And you can search from here in the search bar, but we can just see this all on one page at a glance. Now they do have a billing resolution specialist position. I'm curious to take a look at that. So I want to go ahead and open that. Before we do, they do have a manager biller / coder role. We'll take a look at that. Also a CPC, CPMA, educator. Okay, so they have quite a few. Okay, coding educator. They have a lot. Let's just check out two. I want to see this billing resolution specialist role. That just makes me think entry level. Okay, so this is a full-time remote opportunity. Okay, you can work remotely in the US. $17 per hour. It's a 9:30 to 6 p.m. job. Okay, and then as far as requirements go, high school diploma, 1 to 2 years full experience in a call center environment preferred. So preferred means nice to have, but you don't have to have it. So this could be no experience friendly. And when I thought about it, I said, well, if you don't have any experience, how do you get experience? We saw that one company that was willing to hire people fresh out of school, but you could also potentially get on with a billing opportunity that doesn't require you to be a certified coder like this. You're working in billing in a healthcare setting, and that's how you could get that 1 year of experience, involved in billing that could give you that foot in the door to the certified billing position. So this is an option possibly, that's just how my mind processes it. But let's check out this other role, this manager position. So don't tell us how much this one pays. We'll definitely have to go to Glassdoor for that. But as far as the requirements go, you need to have experience in physician revenue cycle. They mentioned CPC required. Okay. And years of experience. Let's see where it says that. I don't quite see the years of experience. Okay. But we know that you would have to be, experienced to be the manager. So this is an option for y'all. And then don't forget, they do have other coding opportunities. They had the risk adjustment documentation and coding educator position. This one looks like it's remote, but just for Atlanta or, maybe the state of Georgia. And then they also had this one. Let's just click on it since we're here. Take a look. I'm curious. Okay. So this one says minimum 5 years of coding experience. Okay. And travel is required for this. So I don't know how you feel about that. It says up to 50%. So if you don't want to travel, then this one wouldn't be for you. But the other ones didn't mention any traveling necessary. So Privia Health, okay, they definitely will hire you to be a coder. All right, so moving on to company number 9, I'm drilling this example home of companies that have these opportunities that maybe you wouldn't have thought about right away. So in Middle Georgia, okay, where I'm from, there's a hospital and I wanted to see, do they have coding positions? So I typed in, Navicent Hospital. This is out of Macon, Georgia. And I clicked on careers, and from there, just clicked here, and it took me to a larger company called Atrium Health. And I would have never thought about Atrium Health if I hadn't thought about my local hospital. So I hit find jobs, and then from there, I can search through all of Atrium's roles. They have over 4,000 opportunities, and I'm just going to type in remote to see what comes up. Okay, and that's more like it. So they have 33 remote opportunities. And do they have anything for billing and coding? Let's see, do they have anything? All right, so we're just going through clinical coder. Okay, that one might be just for North Carolina, but we'll open it up. We'll take a look at it. And okay, something else that says North Carolina. I wonder if this company is based out of North Carolina or if that's really just for North Carolina. Okay, and then let's see what else they have. So let's go into that lead that I just opened. Okay, so their clinical coder 3 position. All right, so you need to have all the certification, and then it mentions the physical requirements. Okay, education, high school diploma required, advanced knowledge in medical terminology. and then 2 years coding experience. That's what you would need for this opportunity. And this is full-time, and it looks like you have to live in the state of North Carolina, potentially. Okay, so while this isn't available everywhere, this is a prime example of, just start off with your local hospital. It'll take you to possibly a larger company, and from there you can find coding positions. So let's move on to the major companies, okay? I'm gonna share some major companies So number 10 on this list is a company called Humana, and you've probably seen Humana's commercials. You've heard of Humana, okay? So if you are interested in their opportunities, you want to make sure that you start off with a clear search, and location type, we want to hit remote. And then from there, you can type in your keywords, or if you know what department it falls under that you're looking for. I'm going to type in bill just to see what comes up if I type in bill. Okay, so that wouldn't be it. Let's type in code. Okay, Director of Coding and Risk Management. That's out of Florida. A Coding Educator 2 position if you want to get into education, but you do need to live in the Florida Panhandle area. DRG Validation Auditor. Let's actually take a look at this one. And scrolling through here, what else they have? They have 6 pages of this. I'm going to type in coding. Let's do that and see what they give us. Data Analyst 2. That's probably not what we're looking for. All right, Medical Director. All right, so they have some different options here. Let's just take a look at some of the things that I already have open. Okay, so for the DRG Validation Auditor position, this is full-time. You would just want to make sure your state is listed. They hire in a number of states, and this opportunity requires you to have your certifications. You'll travel about 5% or less of the time, but I do want to point out, when I was looking at this, they mentioned you have to have the full vaccination booster and all of that. So I know for some folks, whether you work in healthcare or not, you aren't interested in rolling up your sleeve. Thankfully, none of the other leads mention that if you are not for that, but this lead does require it. So I did want to point that out. And this one is full time. Let's check out some of the other ones that I have open. Okay, I found a Director of Coding and Risk Adjustment position. This one is out of Tampa, Florida. So it looks like you might have to be Florida based to be eligible for this position. Now, this is one of the ones that I mentioned. You need to have like 8 to 10 years of experience. So I wanted to show you guys, if you don't have any experience, that 2 to 3 year level of experience that the majority of these leads have. And then if you are a seasoned vet, okay, they have opportunities for you. And these are preferred qualifications. So you don't necessarily have to have your master's, but you do, the required qualifications need to have 10 or more years of tech experience, and then 8 or more years of management experience. And you need to have your ICD-10 and all that other good stuff. So that's Humana. Let's check out company number 11. Okay, so company number 11 is Blue Cross Blue Shield. Okay, another big dog. If you are interested in finding out what they have that works for your state, Blue Cross Blue Shield has 34 companies within that company. So you would want to go to this page. The link will be in the description box below, and you'll want to select your state. So I'm in Georgia, and for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to select my state and hit go. And then from there, it is going to route me to the Blue Cross Blue Shield career site, or actually I need to click on this here, Georgia, and that's Atrium Health. And this is where I will find jobs that work for Georgia. So let's see, they have locations. I'm going to type in remote because I just want to see what they have. Okay, so you can select remote working here. Maybe I'm going to clear that and just apply this. Okay, so there are 1,200 search results, and I want to make sure that I'm still looking at just my location. Let's see, Georgia, and then they also have GA. I don't know if that makes a difference. Let's apply those filters. Okay, got it down to 400 something jobs. I'm going to type in coding. Let's see. All right, coding. Let's see what is an auditor too. And let's open up one more. So if I type in ICD, because that's one of those terms that you'll see, all the ones that work will pop up. So that's actually better. So let's do that. So, okay, I opened up one of the leads that we got. So let me take a look. Okay. So for this clinical auditor 2 role, you will need to be certified. It says you need to have a minimum of 4 years experience and then 1 year in fraud. Okay. All right. And they do require you to have the C19 vaccine here. All right. And this one works for a number of states. And this one works for Texas, North Carolina, Indiana, South Carolina, Florida, Ohio, and Georgia. So let's just check out one more from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then we'll go to our final company. Okay, so let's take a look at clinical provider auditor senior. Okay, I didn't give too many like senior roles. Let's see. Okay, so 6 years of medical coding experience, 4 years in fraud. All right. And again, they do require that. So it looks like this entire company requires that. But you can find these leads, okay? You can find medical billing and coding leads, and you can do that for your state. So again, I just chose my state, but let's say you live in, I don't know, Hawaii, okay? You would hit go, and then you'd open up the Blue Cross Blue Shield company for your state. And then from there, you'd be able to search for careers that would work. So let's move on to the last company. All right, so the last and final company that I will share with you is Cigna. Now, Cigna has many remote opportunities that may work for medical billing and coding. And what you would want to do is you'd want to select their remote opportunities, and then you would want to make sure you select your state. And that way you can find what opportunities work for your location. So let me find Georgia. Okay, there we go. And there are 17 remote opportunities in Georgia, which makes it easier to see if they have anything that would work for me. So let's scroll down here. And do they have anything? And you can also search through via category, but I'm just going to search for my state this way. And product owner advisor. I'm not sure if this is coding related, but let's just open it. Okay, do you need any coding experience? No, you don't. Okay, so doesn't look like Georgia currently has anything open for Cigna, but that doesn't mean your state doesn't have anything open for Cigna. So, you know, they are always updating their careers area, and they might not have something while I'm showing it to you now, but, you know, maybe in a day or two, they have something that is available if you are in Georgia. But, you know, again, you would just want to make sure that you are searching for your state. And let's just type in up here, ICD. Okay, so if I type in ICD, I can see what they have available. And this is actually virtual US. So let's see, does this work for everyone? All right, so you do need 7 years of healthcare claims experience, and then you need knowledge in these areas. Okay, so this would be an experienced role, and this is available US wide. So actually with Cigna, you can search remote and for your state, or if you know some keywords or terms like ICD that's normally mentioned, you could do that. So that's how you can find jobs on Cigna. So those are the 12 companies, and I do want to point out 2 more places that you can find healthcare companies. My channel, I have over 700 companies that I have shared. So this is only on the computer view, whether on a laptop or a desktop, you'll see this. But if you're on your phone, or I don't know if it shows on a tablet, but if you go to my channel and you select search, type in quotes health, and I found that that gives you the best search return. And you can see all the companies that are healthcare related that I've shared. I have a series that I did with 6 of the best healthcare companies and 7 of the best healthcare companies. There are 2 videos in that series. And then you can see I'm just scrolling through all of the companies that I've ever shared that are healthcare related. So there are a ton of them. You can find even more healthcare companies by just going here and doing that search. And then you can also go to my mega list of jobs and type in health. And on the mega list of jobs, you can, you know, toggle it to see like 100 companies at a time if you want. And then all the companies that will hire you to work from home in healthcare will come up. And we have 446 companies on this list, and 64 of them are healthcare related. So those are some more resources to find healthcare related opportunities. And then the very last thing that I will point you guys to is the Ready to Work from Home workshop. This is a free 40-minute workshop workshop that will teach you what it takes to get hired to work from home. If you are interested in really getting hired for any type of at-home job, whether you do want to go into medical billing and coding or not, I highly recommend you watch this. I've been working from home since 2016. I was a tutor. I've done phone-based things. I've done non-phone-based things. And that was all before I ever got on YouTube and started sharing jobs and information. So I'm just telling you everything that I've learned and picked up over the years. And that way it can help you have a successful career from home. And all you have to do is just put in your name and email, hit register, and a workshop starts every 15 minutes around the clock. So it doesn't even matter if it's like 2 a.m. where you're at. You can still register and watch a workshop within 15 minutes. So take me up on this. The link is in the description box below. I know this video was very, very long. I thank everybody who watched it, especially if you are still here. And I hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.